Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play episode 3. So, what we did in the previous episode, we checked out a cave a little bit behind the house, found a spawner, almost died to a ruined portal's lava because one ticked in the lava and spread into the one I was standing in, and then we finished up the house. Now, the goals for this episode, I plan to check out more of that cave. I will have enough iron to properly make a set of armor, so we'll be able to go in there without having to worry as much as previously. If we find diamonds, then that's going to be very good. Mainly I will want to just be looking for some more iron, of course, just so we're not running low anytime soon. I'm also hoping that maybe we can find a deep dark, because personally I really love the silence tree, so getting that very early on, not having to worry about it again, is going to be very nice. Now, what I'm also going to need to worry about is getting the wool to support that idea, just because going around there without wool is pretty much just a death penalty. Especially with how some of the ways that I've seen the shriekers, how they generate in tandem with the sensors, is actually diabolical. There are times where you'll feel like the game was just out to get you in the first place. It's crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some stuff together. I think a stack should be enough. Okay. Really ought to label everything too, so I'm not having to open every single chest that I see, just to make sure I'm finding the right things. We are pretty low on salmon, but it should be fine. And potentially also making another pickaxe, so in case this one breaks, I'll have that backup. Because I'm still unsure if there's Deep Dark, let alone even an ancient city down there, I'm just gonna leave that hoe in there. But let's go take a look back over there. Additionally, going into the ancient city, if there is one, potentially finding out if there's already maxed out diamond pants, that would be unbelievably useful, because then I won't have to worry about it later on. A traveling trader decided to spawn over here. Oh, a water bucket for 2 emeralds. Okay, well, I was hoping that it wouldn't take the water bucket, so I guess I'll have to go back and grab that second one that I had. But hey, I have another 2 emeralds. Good to know the hard way, I guess. So, let's take a little climber back up the mountain. If that was actually the case, where I'd be able to just trade water for 2 emeralds, that would actually be crazy. That would have been, like, the best way to start off this world. Where's my house? That's over there. I'm also thinking of adding a window onto either this lower end or top end, just to give the house a little bit more viewing room. While the idea is fresh on the mind, I might as well bring up the next question of the video. What is your favorite hard difficulty level structure to explore? Like Ancient City, Woodland Mansion, End Forest? Which one do you prefer to explore? And it could be for any reason. The loot, the aesthetic. What do you like most about it for you to want to look for it most? I usually don't put down any torches in my caves that I explore, just because I usually just have the game on full brightness, because I'm a bit of a pansy like that, but also because usually I'll end up needing the torches for something a little bit more worthwhile. Um, either my own house, or if I need to use the torches light up a soon-to-be basement area. That's usually what it comes down to. Although I do end up usually using them for marking areas that I've already been off, and especially for mine shafts. All the winding corridors definitely get the torch's use out of it. Spin. Also, as note, that quality of life update they put out long ago, I think it was with this update, or one of the ones like just before or after, where they made it so that mobs can't spawn even in level 1 lighting. Such a beautiful change. Makes it so much nicer for making builds and having mood lighting. Not spotting any other iron. Though this cave really looks like it's about to open up down there. I went all the way to my base, put away my stuff, and proceeded to not grab my water bucket. I am a work of art that clearly needs no changes. Also, yeah, this cave is really opening up down here. It has been uncountable years since the release of baby zombies, and I don't believe I have ever dealt with one without taking damage. That is 3 creepers all right next to each other. Oh my goodness. That was very close. And there's no more stuff in this cave, so I'll take all these torches and just put them at the front. Just to mark off that I've already been in it. Starting to see gold, so that's neat. Huh? Where did that come from? This would be a really opportune time to bring my water bucket if I had it on me. Instead of leaving it at my house like an idiot. Yes. Skeletons are scary. Whatever AI change they made to them made them the worst mob to deal with. Even just 2 right next to each other makes them, like, genuinely game-ending. I don't know, maybe it's a skill issue. Another? Ooh. Our very first music disc. Hell yeah. I'm surprised by how close these 2 are between that first one that I found and this one just here. It's crazy. I'm going to need to mark that down with a sign or something next time I get the chance. Damn, this is a huge iron vein. What is that, like 14 pieces in 1 block? That's crazy. Doesn't look like there's anything down there, so I'm just gonna not bother. Let's see if this does actually end up back down to where I was just at. Yeah, it does. Well, this trip is definitely turning out rather fruitful. Also, zombie detection range is busted. Might need to make a run back to my base and get some more torches. they chose for Deep Slate was always so interesting to me, because it just sounds very chalky, but it's so satisfying. I'm hoping I can find some diamonds. Oh, hey! There we go. Four nice diamonds. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Already got some diamonds. That's the main objective of today's episode done with. Even if it might not be as many as I might have been hoping for, that is definitely a well worth amount. It was a good expedition. I'll save my pickaxe for any other small bits of ore that I may find. Hopefully an extra diamond or two. This... oh goodness. Is that where I came out of? Yeah, these are the ones that I came out of. Wow, that's perfect. And funnily enough, just by those. Okay. I will have to use the same waterfall on my way back down if I come back out here. Alrighty. Almost 3 whole stacks of iron. That is phenomenal in pretty much every sense of the word. So I have that, but one of these is about too short, so... and I'll take these, that is in there anyways. Well, since we're done with mining, what I also want to do is decorate the area around a little bit, give it a little bit more life than what it currently has. So, I'm thinking... let's see. Maybe I can make that work. Here's what I could do. Nope. Come on. So I can... oh yeah, perfect. So... yeah, but oops. Trying to get a good look at how, and proceed to fall down. That's funny. Does look pretty good. Maybe I'll put these on the ends instead. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Oh, and then I can fence that off, make this a flower garden. Ooh, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. So I'm gonna want to make more fences, but also... okay, no, that's just more fences. Shoot. But also... that's one done, and the next. I was short on a whole piece. How would alternating fences here look? Horrible crafting economy. You can make 3 fences with one of those, but can't make 3 fence gates. It looks a little awkward on that. What if I were to... That looks pretty nice. I really like that, yeah. I think I will go with this alternating. I am really running low on wood though, so I might have to do another tree chopping montage. Oh, perfect. Oh, that looks so nice. The only one that it looks awkward on is this one. That's it. That looks so nice, though. Get some of these flowers. Let's add a little color to our house. I don't know how to make stuff look random. Good enough. I mean, that's more of like a diamond pattern with them, but... I don't know if there's anything I could include here that would look nice. I'm working with limited options, but I think that looks very nice. Alrighty, so that's pretty good. Another snack done. Alrighty. So, then comes this idea. I am liking the idea that I put a walkway right in between here. So, I'm probably going to need to, 1, get some more fences, 2, start smelting up some cobblestones, that way I can make some stone bricks. Before I do any of that, though, I am going to need to do some more tree chopping, so let's get a nice little montage again going. Farming intermission. 2.5 stacks of wood should be more than enough. How would a window look right here? Not too bad. Probably need to do a little bit extra terraforming it and make this walkway a little bit larger on the edges. Ooh, my brain's getting pretty big. What if we make this into a little pond area, and then we can have a little lake system of some sort kind of running through the area? That could be really, really nice looking. Additionally, even more so, we could have a river kind of running down to the ocean, and we can make like a little fountain monument thing right next to our spawn location. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Plus, if I need it later on, then I'm not going to need to go back up there. Or come back down there and grab it again. Reverse water bucket challenge. Jump into a river from a high altitude and try to pick up the water before you enter the water and I have fall damage. Alrighty. That's looking good so far. Probably right there would be better. Yeah, it's a little more hidden, but at night that's going to look fantastic. So with that, we need to extend this out even further over to here, just to make room for the walkway and the flower garden. These stacks should do it. Alright. Probably do what villagers do too, and have their farms outlined with those logs. What I'll probably do is have this whole thing fenced off, and maybe in this track here I can throw down some berry bushes just to fill in the space. Or, oh, actually, I just got an even better idea. Ooh. My brain is putting together thoughts that I like. Alright. There we go. So what I think I could do, actually, instead, is I can mix rose bushes, some sugarcane, poppies, and rose bushes in that corner, and kind of make it a little mix of the view there. So what I will need to do, though, is get some water. This one. One more, or two more in these. I do not have many poppies to be able to support this idea. Not right now, anyways, but that will change. I just gotta find them. I have no clue if foxes are able to kill sheep. I'm just hoping that fox doesn't get near it enough and I find out the hard way. I'm gonna make a small detour from trying to find poppies and just come over to this hill and just grab some of these other flowers. I think probably 3 stacks of these should be more than enough. Also grab some of these dandelions while I'm at it too. Are these dandelions? Yeah, they're dandelions. I can't remember what flower it is that used to be that grew on this top side instead of the wildflowers. I think it was like one of the white ones, the kind of like white little bush flowers. I can't remember what they looked like, or rather what they're called. Oh, the house view from here already looks so nice. Also, leaf litter, amazing block. I love it. Looks so nice. Now, what I could do, I can diversify this area. Yeah, that looks nicer. Much nicer. Mm-hmm. Excuse me for getting sidetracked there and deciding that needed to redo my farms a little bit. I'm thinking maybe each flower patch can be a little different from each other, so over here by the walkway we can have the yellow flowers that I just put away for some reason, and over here, so let's see. Alrighty, that looks nice. Could probably use a extra flower right there. On this side, we'll need to worry about. Actually, you know what? This cliff edge could probably be where I set up the blocks on this inside rather than replacing these outer blocks. That might look a little nicer. There we go. Okay, yeah, perfect. Oh. Yeah, so this one we can kind of have just as like a generalized one, and then we have these yellow ones right in front of the house. On the side, we'll have all those reds. It's all coming together. All of it. I am in love. And get to the other side, I'm going to need to do one, the side closer to the farm there. Make it a little more equilateral. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, looks like a decent little bend around the area. Let's come back here. What I'm wondering is how I'm gonna take care of the edges of that. Still cooking. I'm gonna need more cobblestone for this edge side here. But what I can do in the meantime is put some fences around the farm there. And additionally, I would like some more poppies. I still wasn't able to find any earlier when I went down over in that area. I probably have to search a bit north. I need to do some more exploring of the whole area regardless. Maybe we'll do that in our next episode. Just explore the area around here, just see what's up. Alright. What I'm gonna have down here, maybe some more animal pens. That's probably what I'll do. And while I'm actually on that thought, I think it would be a smart idea to put together something for some chickens, since we've already gotten so many other eggs to be able to start that farm up. It's a very weird cliff face. I'm trying to think of where would be the best spot, because it doesn't help that this whole ridgeway is pretty much taken up by one really weird formed cave. I think what might suit this area better is a walkway, and farther off we could probably just have something else, but I don't think that right there would be the best spot to put any animal things. Probably would take far too much terraforming for it to actually be serviceable. So I think just having the animal pens directly behind my house would probably be the best bet. Okay, that looks like it should be large enough. That looks like a decently sized pen. 18 chances. We've gotten a good amount of stuff done today. We've decorated the outside of the house a little bit more. We got our first little bit of diamonds. What I'm gonna use them on, I'm still personally unsure. I guess the first thought is to make a diamond pickaxe, because I think that's like the biggest advancement you could really make, because then you'll have access to mining pretty much everything. Alrighty, I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do some exploring around the area and just see what's around, and then we'll probably call it a day there. I think what I haven't explored most is north of here, so I'm gonna take a little note around there and see what's up. Already got me some armor, now let's go and check everything out. I think what I'm wanting to find. I'm hoping maybe there's a desert, maybe even a desert temple. That's, of course, just 1 in a million chance, probably. But even then, it's good to hope, mainly just because I would like to get some TNT for mining purposes. Plus, having access to all that sand will be very useful for later on if I need to make a bunch of stuff with glass and whatnot. And I need more of these lights. If there's any realistic ideas, maybe I'm hoping to find a flower forest, so that way I'll have more options to decorate with. But I guess what I could also worry about is also finding some cows or horses way far out that I won't need to worry about. Like, oh, no, it's a little bit close to my base. I could probably just lead them back home and make them my farm. No, I could just kill them and take the leather for myself because I'm greedy. And there's a village right here. Crazy. Mega tigers easily are probably my favorite biome. Probably my favorite biome, I say, just because there's so much wood to be gotten there. Nice. That is wild. We have a... Wow. That's insane. Right here? Just out and about like that, huh? Okay. I'm going to block this off. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's exposed out to the outside. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen that before, other than way back in the day when you could find the dungeons, like, they would spawn nearly on the surface. And they would have that sort of pretty telltale indent into the ground. Just saying that the... just pretty much showcasing that there was a dungeon right there. It's so wild. Also, more flowers. And... interesting. There's a lot of stuff happening in this episode. Okay. I think what I want to do is get one of these. You. You're my friend now. I'm surprised there's not very many loot houses here. I feel like this video has probably gone on long enough, so I think it might be best idea to just head on back home and let's step away and we'll call it a day. Alright. Let's put everything away now. Alrighty, and that is the end of the episode. So, let's see. The video number 3. What do we do? So, into the cave and found an additional zombie spawner. Got 3 stacks of iron along with our first 4 diamonds. be decorated around the house with some flower beds. Then finished off with exploring west of the house, finding a village with a spider. It's kind of, let's reword this. Another zombie spawner. Got more iron, along with four diamonds, decorated with some flower beds, and finished off with exploring west of the house, finding a village with a spider spawner in. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this episode might be a little bit longer than the others, but it was very action-packed and very, very fruitful to the efforts. So, I hope to see you all in the next video. If you're liking this content, please like and subscribe. Just tell me what you guys are thinking. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!